Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well and thank you for joining me today. We are going to invite space in our torso, inviting space so that we get out of falling into our pelvis, to invite us to come up out of it and breathe into that space. And so what I want you to do is be open to finding places on your body, using your hands to do it. Go into your internal Madonna, I touch myself, it's okay. And this way, the imprint that we're going to be making in this short 5 minutes will be greater because you're actually physically doing it. Why do you want to do this? We sit in a lazy boy. Think of your cars. Think about your office chairs. Think about your couches. Everything has this curvature where we just melt. And yeah, it feels great. But once you've been doing it and doing it and doing it, we end up becoming those chairs. And so our front body ends up being really short and our back body becomes very rounded and very long. And then our body responds. We end up having tightness, restriction. Our mobility becomes just too little. And so my biggest thing is making sure that we're very pliable in our bodies. So what I'd like you to do is have a seat either on the floor. I'm sitting on a block, or you could sit on a blanket or a pillow. The other thing is you can also sit on a chair. And if you're sitting on a chair, totally kosher, but sit on the edge of the seat. So this way you're not depending on the back of the seat. I need you to sit on the edge of the seat. And then allowing yourself to take one hand and find your pubic bone and one hand to find the tailbone. I'm not joking. Do it. Okay, now that you found it, close your eyes, lift your heart up, relax your shoulders. Now we're going to utilize the pubic bone as the point of me directing you where to go. So move your pubic bone downward towards your seat, just a little bit. Notice the low back. And then move your pubic bone up towards your navel, keeping the focus on your back. Now do it again, pubic bone moving down, and then pubic bone moving up. Now what I want you to do this last time is find a space where you move the pubic bone and you feel a wider low back, and the lowest part of your abdominal region, your belly, turns on just a little bit, just tiny, tiny bit. Now open your eyes, hold that spot. Now take your fingers, find your hip points. Lift up, if you got some love, lift up that love, find your bony hip points. Then take your thumbs, do the same thing, finding your lowest ribs. They're really low, you guys. A lot of times they're either even with your waist or belly button, or even lower than that, okay? Relax your shoulders down. Now, take your thumbs and lift your ribs up, finding more space from your fingers to your thumbs. Now, as you did that, sometimes what happens is your shoulders ride up towards your ears. So relax the shoulder blades, relax the front points of your shoulders down. Now, sometimes when we direct our attention into one area, somewhere else is like forgotten. So go back to that pubic bone, making sure that you're in an open space in the low back. Lift the front ribs, lifting thumbs, taking the ribs up off the waist. And then releasing your hands out onto your thighs. Relax your elbows. And take 5 breaths in this newfound space where we've created more length in the front body, more freedom in the low back. Maybe elongate your exhale, moving the navel back towards the spine slightly. 2 more breaths. Now open your eyes. So doing this exercise, you can do it anywhere. And standing, sitting, laying down, finding space and finding that place where your pelvis is stable. And within that stability, you're creating freedom for those hips, freedom for the low back, right? And as we lift our ribs up and keeping our heart open and our shoulders down, we're allowing ourselves to receive every moment. So whatever life throws at you, whether it be good, evil, or none of the above, you see it as it is and you're more clear. So utilizing this newfound space within your yoga practice, finding that in every posture that you do. And once you do it more and more and more, it becomes second nature. You can turn on that space in the vertebrae, in the front body, and then you can rest easily in it. So I hope this has helped you out. Maybe you've found something new to take on the mat as you ride the waves of all the different asanas. So this is one of the first things that I teach my students, is finding that creative movement within your body and riding it. Awesome. So from here, you guys have a beautiful day, and thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.